Today I want to talk about astaxanthin, why we include astaxanthin in our anti-aging program. Astaxanthin is touted as the best antioxidant in the world today because it's actually the most potent. What is really astaxanthin? We know that the fish called salmon can swim upstream for 7 days before they reach the destination high up in the springs before they can spawn and make a new generation. And this swimming upstream is one of the most vigorous things an animal does in the animal kingdom. And this has been simulated to a man swimming against 30-foot waves for 7 days up to 100 miles, which none of us can do actually. And we know that salmon achieves this thanks to the antioxidant called astaxanthin, which actually gives the nice pink color to the salmon. And it's a kind of a carotenoid. Carotenoids are the things which give bright colors to vegetables. For example, lycopene, which is a very good antioxidant in tomato, zeaxanthin in corn, and beta-carotene in carrots. Astaxanthin is also called xanthophyllus, with a lot of hydroxyl groups at the end of the molecules. And we know our body converts beta-carotene to vitamin A. Beta-carotene is cancer protective, and also we need vitamin A for anti-aging as well. So that's why we recommend everybody to eat a carrot every day. There's algae called Haematococcus pluvialis that makes astaxanthin to protect it from lack of nutrition and intense sunlight. So when there's no water for them to grow, they go dry and stay dormant. Up to 40 years they can stay dormant until the water is available and they come back to life. And what is protecting them during that 40 years is astaxanthin. And we know that diseases are caused by oxygen free radicals, or we call it single electrons, and also other free radicals like superoxide, hydroxyl, hydrogen peroxide, atresia, and they cause different issues such as aging, macular degeneration, retinal artery and venous occlusion, glaucoma, diabetic retinopathy in the eye, and aging. Similarly, cancer, heart disease, strokes, and almost all the other diseases in our body. One thing about astaxanthin is it never becomes pro-oxidant. But we know under certain conditions, some of the other antioxidants can actually become pro-oxidants and become damaging to us. This is why when we gave beta carotene to people who smoked, we didn't get any benefit, but actually worsened their condition. And in fact, lycopene and zeaxanthin have the same pro-oxidant feature. Even vitamin E, C, and zinc can become pro-oxidants. So, if somebody takes a lot of beta carotene but doesn't have enough vitamin C, the beta carotene actually can increase oxidation and become damaging to us. And the other advantage is that astaxanthin is both lipophilic and hydrophilic, in the sense it has the ability to protect both sides of the cell, inner and outer. We can show it in a picture like this. The astaxanthin is here, which is residing in the cell membrane to the outer and inner both, whereas vitamin C mainly works on the outside. Beta carotene mainly works in the lipid layer in the middle of the cell membrane. And astaxanthin is such a good antioxidant that it actually works as an internal sunscreen. So if you're a kind of person who has to go in the sun, astaxanthin will provide you the best protection from you. Now know recently that even skin cancers have been increasing at an alarming rate of like 8% every year. And this is not because we are going in the sun, actually we are staying more inside the houses. We wear more clothes now. What's happening is we are destroying our atmosphere with all the chemical productions and the gas productions. With the industrial revolution we are going through, so we are destroying our atmosphere every day, and therefore we are getting more and more of the sun's radiation down to the earth level. So when you go in the sun, we get more damage than before. And sun is not only damaging the skin because of the huge amount of free radical formation in the skin, it damages our entire body and causes aging of the entire body. But astaxanthin will give you the best protection against this damage because it's the best antioxidant we can use. So it fights skin wrinkles, improves skin elasticity, and reduces signs of UV aging. We in fact use astaxanthin in our anti-aging creams as well. It definitely improves muscle function. We know what it does for the salmon. It improves the grip strength of the tennis elbow sufferers by 93% in 8 weeks, decreases lactic acid after excursion. So if you have tennis elbow, if you have back pains, neck pains, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, any of these conditions, I would use astaxanthin as part of the program. In 80% of people with back pain, osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, we got improvement with astaxanthin. And of course, if we combine this with our other treatments, we can definitely get close to 100% improvement of these conditions. It definitely protects eyes. You know that free radicals in your retina damages the polyunsaturated fats in it, causing irreversible damage. And in one Japanese study, just for a small time period, 5 milligrams astaxanthin daily caused 46% reduction in eye strain. It also protects eye from eye fatigue. A similar study showed that 46% of people were protected by astaxanthin, and also improves retinal blood flow. It also protects the lens from oxidation. We know that's how we get cataracts, and that was proven in animal studies. It also decreases the eye damage in high blood pressure, and sometimes you get abnormal blood vessel growth in macular degeneration. Astaxanthin definitely protects against this. If eyes are very important to us, similarly hearing is important to us. Astaxanthin and our anti-aging program can actually prevent blindness, prevent macular degeneration and cataracts, and also can prevent hearing loss. We know that astaxanthin improves immunity. DNA damage causes cancer. Everybody knows that. And astaxanthin decreases oxidation of DNA by 40%. It also stimulates lymphocyte proliferation. That's how it protects you against cancer. Increase the B and T cells and amplify natural killer cells, which is absolutely important to protect us from cancer. And astaxanthin is really important to protect you against breast and prostate cancer because of its additional effects on the hormones. It lowers blood pressure, so it definitely protects you against heart disease. So if something protects you against heart disease, protects against cancer, obviously that's a very anti-aging compound. Obese diabetic mice actually lowered their blood pressure and had lower glucose when astaxanthin was given. So we can use astaxanthin in our diabetes treatment as well. And most people know that we cure diabetes with our program in many of the patients who try this. So diabetes can be cured, not just controlled with medications like Western medications, metformins, insulin injections, and so on, because that control only gives you an illusory level of improvement. It doesn't really protect you from a lot of complications of diabetes. But if you cure diabetes with our program, you don't need to take any medications, and you can live your life and extend your life by many years without the complications of diabetes, such as cancer, heart disease, strokes. We know astaxanthin reduces C-reactive protein by 20% in 8 weeks. And now we know cholesterol is not the real culprit. I'm going to tell you in another lecture that cholesterol is a big hoax, a big myth. What protects you from heart disease is being on a good lifestyle. The kind of anti-aging program we provide our patients can protect 98% of heart disease. And even if you had a heart attack, had a bypass, had angioplasty, your best bet for long life is not any of those things, but providing or following with our program to protect you from heart disease, definitely. And astaxanthin is known to increase male fertility, so we do use it in patients who have fertility issues. And definitely protect against Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is a big problem. 8% of the people in America are getting Alzheimer's. We are getting high amount of Alzheimer's thanks to the bad diet and damage from the chemicals. Astaxanthin protects neurons in early Alzheimer's. And if you treat patients with astaxanthin, and then in studies, even especially in animal studies, they were given ischemia, that means lack of blood supply to the brain by cutting off blood supply. They protected those brains against cell death in my studies. It also improved memory. So students who are studying for exams, in addition to the glutathione we use as injections to improve their brain function, this astaxanthin would provide another layer of improvement of memory. And we know it's 550 times stronger than vitamin E, 11 times stronger than beta carotene. And astaxanthin has an effect on 5-alpha reductase. It blocks it by about 98%, so it protects you against prostate cancer, breast cancer, as well as it gives you uh, improved hair growth. And we have very special hair growth compounds we use, and astaxanthin and glutathione detoxing has been part of our very successful program where even bald patients, people who have no hair, can expect to get full head of hair in a few months time, sometimes in a year or two, provided they follow the entire program.